Welcome everyone to week number 3 in the ALFL. I'm your league manager, coming at you from the newly built ALFL league headquarters. Now before we get to week number 3, we have a very exciting week number 2 to recap. We had Star Scrapers get their very first win against Leroy's Lunkers. Good job, Heather. We have the undefeated New Salem Rail Splinters remaining undefeated after beating Doug's Warriors and sending Doug home crying in his hair gel. We have Manders Peeps, wait for it, punishing the Punishers in week 2. And trust me, everything in the Rubish household has been very pleasant. So, thanks bro. We had the Puppeteers defeat Pratt's Pocket Pool Players, giving Parker her first win of the season and giving Pratt his second loss on the young year. We had the defending champion Puppets defeat the Red Dogs by 15 points. And the Gridiron Gophers joined the Puppets and Rail Splinters at 2-0 on the season as the Gophers burned Pork Chop Boys. Now moving on to week number 3, which promises to be as exciting and nail-biting as the first 2 weeks. Now if we remember, way back when we were putting our league together, we were scouting our players, we were picking out team names, and we also filled out league paperwork. Now if you remember in that league paperwork were goals that we had for our teams. Now what I did is I took those goals, I put them in a nice shiny box, put a lock on it, and put the key in Amanda's underwear drawer. And here we are 5 years later, and I just now opened the box for the very first time. So let's for the first time read the goals each and every one of you had for your fantasy football team when you joined our league. Starting off with one of our original owners, Mr. Ron Hans, owner of the Red Dogs. Ron stated, "I have no real goals for my team. I just wanted something to take up my time so I could tell Diane I am busy when she wants me to do things around the house. I wish she would understood I hate it when she makes me watch Glee with her." Don't we all? Moving on to Mr. Ben Hance, owner of the Pork Chop Boys, who, knowing Ben wrote his on the back of a beer box. Now Ben had 4 goals 5 years ago when we put our league together. His first goal was to have a quarterback score 60 points in a game so I can dominate. Is it too soon for me to... Too soon? Maybe next week. Goal number 2, that my fantasy football team is half as good as my fantasy Playboy team. Don't we all wish that? Goal number 3, buy a house so I can build a practice football field for my fantasy football team. And goal number 4, all I really want is to beat Amanda at something. Well, Ben, we're 4 years in. You got plenty more years to knock the list out. Moving on to the one-time champion New Salem Rail Splinters and Landon Stinger, and all he wrote was, "Go Cardinals. Thank you for Stan the Man." It's about time to go back down to 11 teams. Anyways, moving on to Heather Starr, owner of the Star Scrapers, who chose to write hers on the back of the banner from the baseball game that she went to when the Cubs swept the Cardinals. Close up. "I just plan to use fantasy football to achieve my lifetime dream of being with Jeremy. And this is PG, so we're going to put this over here." Moving on to, Amanda's. Amanda stated, "I just can't wait to rip off Jeremy's head and beat him with it until his head explodes. Then cut his legs off and use his body as a piñata until his insides explode. Only in fantasy football, of course. We're going to save this just in case. Moving on to Eddie, who chose to write his goals inside of a Bible. I don't know how it didn't burn when he touched it, bro, but... Eddie stated, I just want to have Brett Favre and all the Minnesota Vikings on my team. So when the Vikings win the championship, so will my team. I also wouldn't mind having Tim Couch on my team. He is going to be really, really good. Well, Ed, he's still out there, so go get him. And on to one of our newer owners, Pratt of the Pocket Pool Players. Pratt stated, I joined fantasy football to learn more about football so I can know more than my wife. It is getting embarrassing hiding in the bathroom under the sink when we talk about football. Well, Pratt, that's not the only time you hide in the bathroom, so I don't see the big deal. Moving on to Eric, who owned the best record last year. Eric stated, I don't care about this stupid league. I just need something to do until my fantasy cricket team gets back together. What a charmer he is. On to our defending champion, Marcus's Puppets and Seth Essling. Seth stated his goal was, I just want another team to cheer for on Sundays so I don't have to watch the Cowboys blow up like Carla in the bathroom after Mexican nights. I saw the fire trucks go by. It wasn't very good. I really think Bill Parcells is the answer. Well, if the question was 1988, probably. Moving on to Sarah Parker of the Puppeteers. And Parker stated, I just want to draft Jay Cutler since he is part of my fantasy of rubbing chocolate and peanut butter on each other and... Is there not an edited version of this? No. Well, anyways, at least he's on your fantasy football team, so you got one of those fantasies down. Hopefully, if not both of them, I don't know. Moving on to our newest member, Doug, who chose to write his goals on the back of his Platinum Edition Spice Girls CD booklets. Oh, there we go. Doug stated, I don't really care about football. I just wanted something to do on Sundays when I jammed to the Spice Girls and the Biebs. Who's the Biebs? The Biebs? No. Well, it does have the words to want to be if you want to later. Okay, we're going to save these. And then moving on to the final owner of our league, Mr. Jeremy Rubish, owner of the Gridiron Gophers. Jeremy stated, other than to win unlimited championships and to continue being awesome, my goal is to spend Sundays with the most beautiful, wonderful, outstanding person in the world who couldn't make me happier if she was wearing the rock shirts, delivering me unlimited beers. Amanda, you complete me. I needed that because we had an argument this week and I needed bonus points. So there you have it, your goals from when you join the league. Hopefully you achieved most of them. If not, the league's not going anywhere, so we'll wait for you to achieve those goals. So there you have it, week number 3 promises to be as fun and exciting as the first couple of weeks in our season. Now, before I go, I want to add a disclaimer to my message. Even though I am the league manager and owner of the Gridiron Gophers, I choose to be in the middle and choose not to trash talk my opponents. So that as your league manager, I can be in the middle and not take sides. So to Seth, I wish you good luck this week, and I will see you all next week.